Welcome everybody to another episode with Living Technologies, GCMAF Life Coach Sonia Novik. And today I'm going to talk to you about several things, but the most important thing is gut health and the challenges that we're facing in this so-called modern society that actually may be very technologically advanced, but health-wise it's really depleting to our health system, especially the intestinal tract. With great concern, I come to you, talking to you about this because there are so many chiropractors, naturopaths, osteopaths, and some functional medicine medical doctors that have come to me for advice due to the fact that they haven't been educated in schools properly regarding the gut and how the intestinal tract, intestinal lining, all those things are part of our second brain, which Ruggiero did talk about briefly, and talked about the microbiome, which is the microbes, good microbes that go from the stomach into the brain and to the rest of the body. So I've gotten several epiphanies lately, and I wanted to share them with you regarding the kefir grains and the use of the raw, organic, grass-fed milk, whether it's cow, sheep, goat, llama, you name it, anything that is a mammal that you could actually milk or get milk from is really the key ingredient with the kefir milk grains to ferment your milk and start your process of healing your gut. So, one of the things that I want to discuss, because I have a lot of people coming to me with Supermoon activator that I created, that I put together, I'm the inventor of, I called it a recipe, but it's way more than that. And what it is, and I will show you actually, is I want to go to the page that shows you how many varietals of cheeses there are in the world, and you'll see that there's over 750 different cheeses that are produced, okay, in Britain today, but it's actually, there's 750 cheeses globally. Now, the reason why I bring cheeses up is because cheese has to be made with a bacteria. And I took a raw cheese class, and that's how I discovered the kefir grains and started fermenting my raw milk and drinking raw kefir milk that's fermented, and started healing my gut. That was my journey. And after that, a year or so after that, I discovered Ruggiero's product that he has, which is made with yogurt, cooked yogurt, made with his product, because he is sponsored by and backed by the Fraud and Death Administration. Food and Drug Administration is what you're known them by, and they are a private for profit corporation. They are not to serve we the people. They are funded by the pharmaceutical companies. End of story, and I'll continue on from there, and you do your own research, but I know this is a fact. So they're not there to help us, they're there to hinder us and hurt our health, and supposedly under the guise of protecting the public, which now they've been found to actually kill the public's health, because they are in bed with the pharmaceutical companies, and the pharmaceutical companies are the ones that also finance them, along with the fake federal government that we have in office right now, all of them. Getting off that subject, going back into the health subject, there's 750 varietals of probiotics that are in the kefir grains and in the raw milk, okay? That is where these probiotics come from. They didn't come from a lab where they made them up in a lab. All labs, all pharmaceutical companies, all medicinal companies, whether they're natural or they are poisonous, because that's what the word pharma means, is to poison. And you can check that out in an etymology dictionary. You need to be educated about your health. In the ancient days, we, the Essenes, used to be observational scientists. In other words, we would observe nature, and from there we would gain knowledge on how to use plants, how to use food substances, which substances to stay away from, and which substances to take to heal ourselves. And this is how we learn. We don't learn in textbooks, although that is something that some people prefer to do, and then get a white coat and then start prescribing your poison, because the word pharma means poison, to poison. So for you uneducated medical doctors that got brainwashed, this is what you're doing to your patients. Sad for you, happy for us life coaches that are on the planet that can help people because of our gnosis, our knowingness, okay, and our intuitive abilities to tune into live culture and get all this information. So my recent discovery in the last couple of months, which I wanted to put a video out, but I wasn't able to because we had other issues with our websites. So here I am today, is that there's 750 varietals of good probiotics in the kefir grains and in the milk. Now you go find 750 good varietals of probiotics in a supplement you can buy in powder form that was created in a lab in a store. Now, way back when I did my first how to make raw GCMAF kefir milk videos, I had no idea of the amount of good beneficial bacteria, probiotic varieties that are in the kefir grains. And I used to say that the product that is the serum, the GCMAF serum, was much more potent than our product. I don't believe that's the case now. And I believe the reason why so many people that are taking our Supermoon activator product, that is the raw kefir milk GCMAF product, are healing so quickly due to the fact that there's 750 different varietals of probiotics in the kefir grains and the raw milk that they're ingesting. That's the first component. The second component that I'd like you to look at is that in each of these 2 ounces that you take in, there is a study that was done in a university in Florida. There's this guy that's a scientist that's crazy about kefir grains and fermenting his milk, even though he's actually using homogenized, cooked, pasteurized milk, which is really bad for us. And that's why most people are allergic to milk in general. So now I want to show you what it has. So the raw milk kefir, you'll get 10 billion colony forming units per milliliter. 10 billion forming units per milliliter. This is equal to 10 billion CFUs. That's 0.03381 ounces. Since they're roughly 5 millimeters in 1 measured teaspoon, that makes 50 billion colony forming units per teaspoon. It's 150 billion colony forming units per tablespoon. And how many tablespoons are in 2 ounces? Because that's what you're to ingest through your mouth in the morning and at night. Do the math. And then multiply it times 750 different varietals of good probiotic bacteria. So you have 750 different strains of good bacteria, and you have 150 billion colony forming units per tablespoon. That's 12,000 billion colony forming units per each 4 ounces you consume per day. That's pretty phenomenal, isn't it? And you're getting it from a live food. This is a raw food substance. It is not made in a lab. It is made by nature. And nature, like I've always said, is the ultimate alchemist. So just keep that in mind, that things that are touched by man, and especially men that are greedy and all they're interested in is making a lot of profit, okay? Pharmaceutical companies, FDA, I'll just point to all of them, right? Because it's time for the pushback. All those individuals that are greedy, selfish, and don't give a damn about the population's health, to the contrary, they're looking to depopulate the planet. This is your strongest way to protect your body from the depopulationists. government Inc. globally, okay? So federal.government Inc. or whatever government Inc. because they're all corporations and they're all for profit. So let's get back to your gut health, okay? And I just wanted to give you an idea of what is in our product. The other thing that is pretty phenomenal about our product is actually, now I want to share how many good yeasts are in the kefir grains, right? Here's the picture of the kefir grains, as you can see. And it's a 7,000-year-old culture, probably more ancient than that. But according to Dom, and he's done a lot of research on it, it's a 7,000-year-old culture, live culture. And that's what we send you when we send you our Supermoon activator kit. We send you the live kefir grain culture to culturize your raw milk that you're going to get in your local area. So, what I was going to say next is the following. The colostrum is an amazing product, okay, that people need to take and that is very healthy for the body. And so I want to talk about the colostrum and how actually the colostrum is part of our kit, our Supermoon activator kit, that actually helps heal your gut. And that's one of the things that I'd like to discuss with you, is that the gut is a very important, the intestinal tract is very important. And our colostrum, as you can see on this page, right, helps you with leaky gut. There's several ways to do this. I don't give out all my protocols to people unless they consult with me and get a coaching session that they pay for with me, where I can give you all my tools in my little baggie that I have, that I've healed my leaky gut. I've healed my Candida, not Candida albicans, Candida fungus. There's a big difference between the two, and that's the next thing I'm going to talk about. But before I talk about that, I want to talk about leaky gut. What causes leaky gut, irritable bowel syndrome, all those things. What causes it is actually Roundup. And it's all over the planet, unfortunately, and especially in the United States, Canada, Europe, many places. It has glyphosites. I believe that's how you state it, but if I'm not saying it correctly, pardon me. Glyphosates, thank you. And so this product eats up your intestinal lining. When you spray it on your little plants that you thought were, weeds that you want to get rid of, see, this is the stupidity of the pharmaceutical companies, and I'm going to put them all together with the chemical companies that manufacture this stuff, because they're all one and the same, right? Aspects or parts of their business. And so the main cause for our intestinal tract to not have a lining, which is very dangerous, is because of the glyphosites. And it's because of Roundup. And you spray it in your yard to get rid of what you thought were weeds, which are actually not weeds, by the way. They're actually beneficial, and they're good for us to eat, and they help us heal from all kinds of issues. And they actually help our body become more alkaline instead of so acidic. So they've miseducated intentionally, done this to the population so that you guys will buy their product, because they're about making profits. Remember, they're not about health and making sure that the plants are healthy, that the earth is healthy, and also that your health is healthy. So there is a microbiome on the planet's surface, the dirt, the trees, the plants, etc. And then there is also a microbiome in our intestinal tract that, thanks to their glyphosates and thanks to Roundup and other products like that, you have actually allowed yourself to have a leaky gut and to have irritable bowel syndrome and not to have a lining on your intestinal tract, which leads us to the next thing. Well, first of all, what will heal leaky gut is our colostrum powder, okay? It's just pure freeze-dried colostrum powder. It has nothing else in it but that. And you can go to our blog where it says how to heal leaky gut naturally. A lot of my information is on our blogs, on our website, livingtechnologies.info. So I'm going to go now to a product that gets rid of glyphosates, Roundup in the bloodstream, in the body. And again, these are herbs. These are some of the herbs that actually, unfortunately, the Roundup kills, that they think because they think they're parasitic and they think that they're just weeds, right? So you need to educate yourself about it. But one of the things that I wanted to bring your attention to is there's several products. One of them is the Miracore EPF that actually does detox glyphosates. It also gets rid of pseudoestrogens that come from all the products that we're buying in the store that we're putting in our mouth. Everything is covered with plastic. Everything. And unfortunately, very few bags are BPA free. Okay? So it affects our hormones. It affects our immune system. It causes lots of problems with women that are big-breasted. It'll tend to cause cancer in the breast because of the glyphosates, because of the pseudoestrogens, and because of the toxicity on the planet. So one of the key things that I'm a proponent of is always detoxifying. We live in such a toxic world now, thanks to the captains of industry, of the petroleum industry, which is one and the same with the pharmaceutical industry because they use petroleum products in their products, which is insane, very poisonous to us humans and other life forms on Earth. So one of the key ingredients is to detoxify your body of the glyphosates and detoxify them of the pseudoestrogens. And a key thing that will detoxify them is the Miracore EPF. I am going to click on this page and it'll load and you'll get to see it. The other thing that works really well, this is an amazing product, and it has 4 or 5 natural ingredients. The ingredients are a proprietary blend of clove oil, mint oil, rosemary oil, thyme oil, plant esters, and eugenol. And it is a miracle. I use this every day. I use it at night before I go to bed, or if they've chemtrailed us really bad, they put their spray in the sky and poisoned us with their spray. I use this. I also use it on a consistent basis because we're still buying food from the store, unfortunately. We're in the process of building our own greenhouse and growing our own food and not having to go to the store that has plastic wrapped food. So this is one of the key products that I recommend for people to actually go ahead and purchase and do the detox with it. It also helps reduce the cancer cells, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But let's go back to the other 2 types of products that you can buy that are also, that have the Miracore EPF. The Cardio is one of them that's good for the heart and has other ingredients besides those 2 ingredients, but you'll see that the Cardio has plant esters, clove oil, rosemary oil, eugenol, peppermint oil, sounds similar, thyme oil, turmeric root, help you with, actually it's a good anti-inflammatory, and hawthorn berry and cayenne pepper is good for the heart. So that's, and it's a little cheaper, it's $75.95 as opposed to $105. And then there's one other one that I use, which is the Catalyst Inflam RX, which is a phenomenal product as well, that has, it reduces inflammation in the body. And again, this product has the plant esters, clove oil, rosemary oil, eugenol, peppermint oil, thyme oil, turmeric root, ginger, green tea, and it actually helps with inflammation in the body, and it also detoxes the body, just like the Miracore EPF. So that's one of my highly recommended products that I suggest for people to do to detox themselves. Sun chlorella will also detox you. That's another good product. All these products that are here on this page is for you to help your body detox, right? That's why we call it the detoxification program for a complete body cleanse. So that's one of the things I want to talk about, that actually you need to get rid of the glycosates that you've already ingested and that are already part of your body and detox them. The other very important thing, now let's talk back to leaky gut. The leaky gut syndrome, or there's other kinds of so-called syndromes, right? They have labels for all these, intestinal tract issues that people are having is irritable bowel syndrome. If you have, when you eat food, if you have acid reflux, or if you have, worse than that, you have sores in your esophagus, right? And you have all kinds of problems with your digestive tract, then absolutely this is a great product to take to heal the leaky gut. And like I said, if you feel like you like the information I'm providing, you can go and get a health coaching session with me on our website, Living Technologies. You can either go to this page, which is our health coaching will help you determine the right supplement course, all right? And I can help you with how to move along with all these products. And where you can access that page where you can book a session is you can go to our Supermoon activator page where it says consultation packages, all right? Pretty soon I'm going to link my GCMA coaching website to our Living Technologies page, so you'll be able to go to that and book your session with me. So one of the things that I want to talk about leaky gut, which is really important, is actually when you have leaky gut, you are going to have Candida. And not Candida albicans. There's a difference between Candida albicans and Candida fungus. A big difference, right? So I want to share that with you guys because it's very important for you to realize that Candida albicans is in the gut when you don't have leaky gut. Leaky gut means that what we just talked about, right? The lining breaks and opens in different areas of the intestinal tract, and I'm talking in the large intestine. And then that bacteria, which is not a bacteria, it's actually a yeast, okay? So Candida albicans is known as a yeast that's somewhat beneficial, but when there's overgrowth, it's not so beneficial. When it goes into the bloodstream and gets out through your leaky gut, it morphs into a mold. A literal mold that is not good, beneficial for you. It actually morphs into a mold, and it morphs into a mold that causes great damage to the body, including it's a precursor to cancer, literally. So when people come to me and go, oh, I have cancer, I go, oh, you have mold. And they're like, what? I go, yeah, you have mold disease. And it's because you have leaky gut syndrome. And we all have that. And it also is associated, leaky gut is also associated with antibiotics. For the life of me, I don't understand why people go and take pharmaceuticals, because the word pharma means to poison. So why are you poisoning yourself and consenting to them poisoning you and paying them money for it? So start waking up and start realizing that there's natural substances like our Supermoon activator that is an immune booster. It has so much good beneficial bacteria. It has 40 different good varietals of good yeasts, and it has 750 varietals, different varieties of good probiotics. And I just gave you the count. Why not take that to rebuild your immune system? And of course it uses colostrum, which actually, colostrum is an amazing food that comes from the cow. Hello. Comes from our mommies when they breastfeed us when we're babies. Not anymore because of this insanity of separating us from the mother and separating the mother and child and giving them formulas. And the formulas can never do what the colostrum does, right? So the colostrum is an amazing food substance that actually can heal the entire digestive tract from the mouth to the anal cavity, right? All the way through. And what the colostrum does is it also boosts hugely your immune system. It has a growth factor in it, right? And it actually also has a epidermal growth factor, and it also has mucus lining that IGF-1, TGF, and EGF that are present in the human bovine colostrum supports the health digestion and also provides nutrition. And guess what? It seals up your leaky gut. It actually gets rid of that, the leaky gut. It also is like some of the medicinal mushrooms that we sell that actually have a high level of, it actually builds your immune system, and I can't remember the name of it now. Colostrum, actually. I'll just go to the colostrum page. I have a ton of information to provide people in terms of their health and what kind of products. So let's go to the colostrum page. There's the bovine colostrum. So it comes right up, as you can see on our website. And what colostrum has is pretty amazing. Oh, it got rid of all the information we had here. So unfortunately our website went down. And so it actually caused all kinds of issues to our website. But what it has is it has a way to build your immune system really, really fast in combination with another product, which is where the immune assist critical care. Let's see if that comes. A substance that helps boost the immune system to a great extent, and that is actually what our colostrum does. Okay, so the colostrum is a pretty amazing product that is going to help with your gut health and remediating it. So that's one of the things that I want to share with you guys in terms of the colostrum and what activities that it has. And because it has the growth factor, which actually is a stem cell type of end product that is just basically colostrum. It's taken by, and in liquid and then put into a powder form by freeze drying it. So colostrum has a huge amount of antibody and growth factors that help rebuild, like I said, leaky gut. And that's what you want to do, is you want to achieve that. So I would definitely recommend that you guys go ahead and look this up. And if you want to test yourselves for leaky gut, that's the other thing that I'm going to bring up here, is I do have a page here that I'm going to show you, because it's not on our website. But when you end up having your Candida fungus growing in your bloodstream, growing in your bones, growing in your body, you're going to end up with a serious problem that will lead you to cancer. And it will lead to metastasized cancers and all sorts of blood cancers. But really what cancer is an overgrowth of this Candida fungus infection, this mutated mold that is growing all over your body, which is not a good thing. So that's one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys today about, of how this process works and how it's all integrated together, and that you need to do certain things in order to start healing your gut, so that then you can actually digest your food and get the benefits of your food that you're eating, being taken in by the body. What I wanted to find is the document where I could show you how to do a test at home with a glass of water, because I want you guys to see the pictures. The picture is really important for you guys to be able to see that. Our remediation and detoxification for your body, so you can get back to normal, so that your body's not all messed up. All the products, by the way, that are on our website, I actually take. So none of it is something that I just put on our website and willy-nilly, sell it to people. I don't believe in that. These are products that are tried, true, tested by me. Because like I said, I am a neoscientist, a neophyte scientist that basically is an observational scientist. So now let me go back to what the Immune Assist Critical Care has, is beta-glucans, okay, 1316, and so does colostrum, and that is rebuilding your immune system. So that's very important to have. It's a critical thing to have in your body and to help you heal. So one of the key things that I wanted to talk about is the reason why this Candida product here is that there is a test you can do that's inexpensive. You could do it at home with a glass of water like this, okay? Clear glass is preferable, and it's made out of glass, not out of plastic, and you want to have it by your bedside. And when you wake up first thing in the morning, before you brush your teeth, drink water, do anything, I want you to have 4 to 6 ounce glass by your bedside, and I want you, when you wake up first thing, is to spit in it. Gather enough spit in your mouth that you can give your first sputum to the glass. Put it by your bedside. Don't drink it. You're going to go to work or whatever you're going to do 8 hours later or 10 hours later before you go to bed. Turn on your light by your bedside. Look at the glass. If the water's clear, you don't have Candida fungus growing in your body. If the water is cloudy, it has bubbles on the bottom, bubbles on top. It actually has the saliva is at the top, and it's all stringy, and the strings, that's what I had, by the way, when I first did this test. It's all stringy and nasty, and it goes down to the bottom of the glass. You have a very severe case of Candida fungus in your body. And what this product does, it has luferinin, okay, and it has 700 milligrams. It is a pharmaceutical. I'm sorry, it is sort of a poison, but it's a very minimal poison compared to the damage that Candida fungus does to the body. Causes cancer. It's a precursor to cancer and other very, very bad issues in the body. So what I want to talk about is that the Candida fungus needs to be killed in your body everywhere. It goes into the brain. It goes through the bloodstream. So the bloodstream goes everywhere, right? It just goes into all the organs. It goes everywhere, and that's why some people have, organ cancer. Some people don't. Some people have blood cancer. Some people have skin cancers. It's an overgrowth of the Candida fungus that is a mutated yeast that turned into a fungus. But actually, that's the wrong name for it. It's actually a mold. It's a Candida mold, okay? It causes thrush in people's bodies. They have a yellow in the back of their throat, or their tongue surface is yellow. Or babies that have thrush, you have Candida fungus. The baby is infected with Candida fungus. Now, this is a food-grade luferinin that actually helps you kill the Candida fungus, because and I can't show you this because the page is not loading properly, unfortunately. To show you what was on the page was pretty phenomenal. What was on the test for the Candida fungus and what Candida fungus does in the body. That's what the doctors are calling it. I'm calling it a mold because it did come from a yeast. So this mold causes great harm to the body. And it's really interesting. It's like we're being blocked by the government, the fake federal government or whoever the hell they are, through our ISP, internet service providers, so that we can't do these videos, and they're causing all kinds of issues because, of course, they don't, they want to promote their chicanery. So let me see if I can reload this page again. But anyhow, to get off that, the page is loaded here. It doesn't have all the stuff that it was supposed to have here. I have pictures of what this mold looks like when it's in the body, and what kills it is the Candida capsules that have the luferinin, because the luferinin goes into the bloodstream. And what it does is the luferinin goes into the fat cells of your body, and the fat cells are very slow kind of cells for decay and for putting out, if you like, a substance that actually gets rid of the chitin layer, is what it's called, on the Candida mold, okay, which is actually an exoskeletal. It builds an exoskeleton. It means an outer skeleton that is impenetrable by your immune system in the body when it mutates into this Candida mold, okay? And what this Candida mold does is it spreads all over the body. So Dr. Simone Seeley, which I had on this page, which I don't anymore, I'm going to have my people revamp the whole website all over again because it was taken down intentionally. by Bluehost, which actually Bluehost is a hosting service provider that is probably connected to the pharma industry and everything because they're a huge conglomerate. We're not with them anymore, but they took our website down and took all kinds of data that is not on there, but luckily I've saved it and I'll put it back up. But the bottom line is that the Candida capsules get rid of the farinin, eats up the exoskeletal aspect of the Candida mold that's in the bloodstream, that's in all in your body, in your brain, everywhere. And it does the same thing when people use it with their pets. It's a different kind of product that's not food grade for pets, unfortunately. It should be. That actually kills fleas and it kills chiggers and ticks because it actually eats the exoskeletal, the outer part of insects. They wear their skeleton on the outside, and we have our skeleton on the inside and the gushy part on the outside. Okay, so we're kind of backwards to insects here on the planet. So what it does is it eats the exoskeletal layer, and then your immune system now has the strength to go ahead and kill the Candida yeast. You know, it's gone back to its yeast substance, if you like, and dissolves it and gets rid of it through the body. The other thing that will kill the Candida, but not till you do this, the Candida capsules, is our Supermoon activator. I have done several implants, and I'm talking about lower colon implants, upper colon implants with the Supermoon activator formula that I created that has also killed the Candida in the bloodstream, and whatever was left in my intestinal tract is gone. So that's something that you want to keep your eyes on, and if you're having all kinds of issues with your body, you may want to consider having a health coaching session with me. Like I said, you could go right here. If you click on that, it opens up another page, as you can see, and it loads my disease-free life coaching appointment scheduler, where you can schedule your appointment. Now, I will tell this to those of you that like to take advantage of freebies. You will not be able to book a session with me, okay? Let's see, where is it? Home, book now. Okay, this has changed a little bit. So there's 1 hour consultation for the Supermoon activator and other things that you may need to take. Then there's 124.48 for me to do a body scan remote viewing session on your body, besides the knowledge that I have on this subject. And then there's a 15-minute free consultation if you buy our Supermoon activator kit. If you don't, I'm not going to be available for it. And I will check to make sure that you did buy it. There's another one, and then I have all kinds of packages, because like I said, I'm a life coach, a health life coach, and a GCMAF coach. And the Origin 22 as well, if you buy it. If you don't buy it, you don't get the 15-minute free consultation. There's all kinds of packages here that you can go to and hire me to find out what's wrong with your body and to start healing your issues that you have. Please don't expect me to give you my whole litany of knowledge when you get the 15 minutes. The 15-minute consultation for the Supermoon activator is just on how to make it. I'm teaching you step by step how to make it, so that you have an ease of making the product. And the Origin 22, there's certain things that you need to take with the Origin 22 that would be helpful. Now, I do want to say this about the Supermoon activator. If you're having problems with leaky gut, you want to do a combination of this product, Saccharomyces boulardii, okay, and I'm going to put it right there. It's a now is the one that I purchased, so this I've used. You want to take 2 capsules in the morning and 2 at night, and you also want to take it with a liquid zinc, ionized zinc, and they have several of them in different health food either stores, or you can go online and purchase it from your favorite outlet of supplements. But find one that's really concentrated. You put a couple of drops in your water and you drink it with the 2 capsules morning and night. People that have a tendency to be constipated, it is going to constipate you for a while, but it is going to heal this. Okay, Saccharomyces boulardii also heals the lining on the intestinal tract, just like the colostrum that we just talked about, right? So if you use this in combination with the colostrum and the zinc, it will start to heal your leaky gut, and it will start to close up. It'll start to rebuild the lining of your intestinal tract, small and large intestinal tract, and it is key for the protocol for the Supermoon activator to work. So imagine this: you have an intestinal tract that's full of holes, and you're taking all these probiotics, right? All this good bacteria. Yeah, it's going into your bloodstream. That is a good thing, through your intestinal tract, to kill the bad bacteria. If you have leaky gut, it will do that. It will also heal your leaky gut because you're using the colostrum and it's a component of it. And you have a live culture in it that is super probiotic. I mean, that's why we call it the Supermoon activator, is because it activates the immune system and it's super probiotic. And it also has the super amount of good yeast bacteria that also helps balance the intestinal tract. So for people that have diarrhea, excessive diarrhea when you're eating and you can't hold anything in, you have you have worse than leaky gut. You have an intestinal tract that has lots of areas where the lining of the intestinal tract is gone. It's dissolved because of the Roundup, okay? And it's also dissolved because of the pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals have the same effect. Now, for those of you, I will do another video at another time, that are having vitamin D deficiencies. We'll talk about that because that's critical to this. But for now, I just want to stay with the leaky gut and really wrap this up. I've been here for about almost 15 minutes. Thank you so much for your time. I hope this was educational and it helped you to determine what's going on with your body. Look forward to a next enlightened. I am going to do another one after this one where I am going to talk about mycelia on the planet, mycelia in us. What is mycelia, how it affects us, how it benefits us, etc. But for now, I'm going to close and thank you very much for listening to this segment on how to heal your leaky gut on Living Technologies Life Coaching. Have a great day.